lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Anthony Kiedis, whatever the fuck, however you say his name, he is dating a child. He's 61 years old, I think, around there, 60. Let's say he's 60. Let's give him a year. He's dating a 19-year-old. Yeah, he's dating a 19-year-old. I am going to judge you. If you are a 60-year-old rock star who can have anybody in the world, I mean, like, really, if you're like, yeah, oh, I'm on Tinder. Who's this guy? Oh, it's Anthony Kiedis, whatever your name is. I'm going to go on a date with him because I think he's probably going to be fun. He's a rock star. But, maybe you're in your 40s. Let's say you're in your 40s. Oh, he's a bit older. That's a bit older. It's a lot older. It's like 20 years older. But you know what? He's a rock star. He's a young spirit. I'm going to go date him. Fine. I'll accept that. Sure. Maybe even a 38-year-old. Maybe. This child is 19 years old. You are a grown-ass man who's traveled the world, played in front of millions of people. You know what's right. You know what's up. You know what's going on. Why do you have to date a 19-year-old? What's going on in your brain? How is that even going to work? You're an international rock star, and this poor kid probably doesn't even know what CDs are. It probably doesn't even know. What is that? Is that a CD? What is that? Is that a floppy disk? I don't know. It's an old-timey thing back in the early or 90s to the 2000s that we used to play music on. Ooh, can I use it as a mirror to put my lip liner on and put my taffy in to make sure I didn't have... What are you doing, Anthony? What is wrong with you? You're a sick fuck. I swear to God, these people are losers. 19. Their frontal cortex, frontal lobe hasn't even developed yet. It's not even finished until you're 25 years old. She's 19. What do you have in common with her? Zero. Zip. Maybe, I don't know, nothing. You have nothing in common. Like, what are the conversations like with you guys? You're intimate with this young girl with your gross 60-year-old body. Your gross tattooed 60-year-old body. Like, ew. This poor girl is wasting her entire youth on a piece of garbage. She'll probably be dead. Sorry, I'm getting a little upset because I have a young teenage daughter. And if there was a dude who came home with her and he's elderly, older than me, I would be like, psst, get over here, sweetie. You're not going out with him. But Mom, he's so cool. He used to be in a band that was big with CDs. Do you know what a CD is, Mom? Mom, but he reminds me of Grandpa. Grandpa and him both have the same tattoos in Chinese, which you can't understand. A 40-year difference. 40 years. What are they talking about in bed? Oh, wow, that was really great. You know, can you drive me to school? I'm going to be late. Oh, I got your Insure. Honey, don't leave your dentures in my Diet Coke. You keep doing that. Stop. He should be put on a list. Here's the thing. If I were that girl, if I were that girl's a friend of hers, I would tell her to get away. Just go away. Just run far, far away. Get away, get away, get away now, old man, because you're gross and you have problems. Psychologically, what do you have in common with this young woman? Psychologically, what are you going to bond over? Are you going to bond over how you remember when you were a kid? When you had an outhouse? When you first started out in the band and you made mixed tapes? She's not going to catch any reference. You're just going to spend your whole entire afternoon explaining what things are. How is he going to socialize? Like, you go out to dinner parties or you go out to dinner, whatever. You just hang out and have a barbecue. Let's say you're having a barbecue with your friends. You're having, oh my God, this is my drummer. This is my bassist. This is my girlfriend. Yeah. Oh no, it's not my niece. It's my girlfriend. No. It's not my second niece. It's my girlfriend. What's that gonna? What's the interaction like that having? What's gonna happen? What's the conversation? What's the conversation? Oh, hi, Mindy. I'm just gonna make her up her name. I don't know what her name is. Mindy, how are you doing? Oh, you're taking your SATs? That's why you have to leave early? I remember the SAT. Oh, wait, we didn't have SATs back then. But I remember having to ride my horse to school. Yeah, I had a little horse and buggy. And then Mindy's going to be like, oh, my God, yeah, you're so exotic. And Mindy's going to say, wow, what was it like to have like a horse and buggy and electricity or no electricity and make your fires and like, oh, it was exotic. It was fun back then. It wasn't fun, but now when I look back on it, I'm very nostalgic of our, simple life. And now we have so many things handed to us. And then his bandmates will be like, oh my God, Mindy, what's it like to have never read a book before? And she'll be like, oh my God, I don't know. I have never really thought about it because I'm young and I don't think like that. And then she checks her Instagram and then she takes a selfie and she's like, look. And everybody's like, grandpa, cool grandpa. Yeah, yeah. And she's like, no, that's my best beau. That's my boo. Anyway, I'm done with talking about this. I don't know why I brought it up. It's making me angry. Let's get into better news. This is the dumbest headline I've read in at least 2 weeks. I haven't seen you guys for 2 weeks. So here we go. Ready? Hot people complain about the horrible experience of being good looking. That's right. This is a true headline. And the byline says, what a pity to be pretty. That's right. The gorgeous people of the internet have recently lamented the alleged disadvantages to life that come with their good looks. Contrary to popular belief of so-called pretty privilege. So like pretty privilege, they're like, yeah, it's not so privileged. Let's read on. On a Reddit thread, asking folks their physical appearance is unclear. What was your horrible experience for being attractive? That has gone viral with a bevy of various answers. A few were understandable, particularly around the recurring theme of unwanted attention and harassment. Others say it affects the reputation as well. Apparently, I want everyone's husbands, one woman responded, because I guess she's hot. And another person who works with children said they hear the same thing from parents too. I have been accused a few times of flirting with men when I'm literally just doing my job. I don't want your crusty ass man. That's okay. Because it was like blanked out. This is the New York Post. They can't be trashy. They got to block out the SS. Crusty ass man. She's like, I don't want your crusty ass man. Some days I barely don't want my own man, they wrote. In another case, users recalled the harshness of small criticism after rejecting someone themselves. Being attractive enough to get hit on, but when you're not interested, they pick out something to make you feel like shit about you, so you don't feel bad for being rejected. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's read on. I've met a shocking amount of men who think if they can get my self-esteem low enough, I'll be into them. It's insane, one of them replied. I've seen that, actually. I've never been attracted to guys who make me feel like shit, but I know there are women who like that, which is really kind of weird. Apparently, this applies to friendships as well. Okay, when people who are your friends, in quotes, take every chance they can to criticize your appearance or anything else, whatever little crumb of shade they can use to humble you, cried one Redditor. I've experienced others pretending to be friends just to be seen with me. But yeah, okay. Because she's drop dead gorgeous, I guess they just want to hang out with her because she's pretty. Apparently, friendships can become difficult when you're good looking, as your appearance may cause close pals to feel insecure, even if you think highly of them. Look, I told you this is going to be dumb, all right? So don't come here expecting lofty topics because you're not going to get it. You're just going to get dumb news, and I'm already bored of this. Okay, someone added that people often assume I'm vain, which isn't true. Others clap back with the stereotype of having just body and no brains as well. I call that blonde on the outside and blonde on the inside. Ba-dum-bum. All right. You are presumed to be dumb. See? It's fascinating how the intelligence bar is pretty low for attractive people, wrote a user. This is true, though. It is true. It's a stereotype, but it's not a... Look, there's so many stereotypes out there. That's not a bad one to have, especially if you are smart. If you're like a hot chick and you're like, ooh, look, and then like you're a lawyer or I don't know what you would be, a poker player, and you're like, I don't know how to play cards. And then you just wipe them clean. And they're like, oh my God, I was so distracted. She was so hot. Yeah, she's got brains too, you dummy. Stop, keep your eyes up here. Whatever. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm so tired. I went to the gym today. And I don't know how to use the equipment, so I think I broke my back. All right, on to the article. Co-workers who I previously thought were cool people started a smear campaign against her out of nothing, they wrote. Went as far as reporting her to the boss for all kinds of trivial things she didn't do and had no part in. Oh, they're talking about this medical center when a good-looking female occupational therapist joined the team. That's kind of shitty. She's pretty, so you're going to team up on her and report on her for being pretty? Take a look in the mirror and go, oh my God, I wish I was pretty like her. Look, we're here for one thing and one thing only, which is the comments. Just an Opinion says, maybe it's just me, but having average looks in my younger years, I didn't approach really beautiful girls at dances or in clubs. Too shy and insecure. I went for the average ones who were cute, pretty, but not raving beauties. I found a good figure was even more important than face. In my testosterone-driven pursuits, I found average girls were often down to earth, easy to talk to, and not conceited. I left the beautiful ones to the big jocks and debonair guys to fight over. Who uses the word debonair? Is this a French person? I don't think so. This is probably someone in their elder years, because nobody uses the word debonair. I don't know. Maybe it's a bot. This is kind of weird. I think maybe you're 107 years old. I'm just going to guess. Andrew Schnarnost says, this is why I'm glad I'm average looking on a good day. I know my wife loves me for me and what I bring to the relationship, not for my looks. I, however, married way out of my league, but she brings a lot to the table as well, and that's why I love her. What is this saying, she brings a lot to the table, or he brings a lot to the table? I hate these cliches. We should stop using them. I always liked the mousy librarian type, fun, interesting, and pretty wild behind closed doors. Plus, genuine and loyal. What is it? What are you, dating a dog? What are you, dating a Labrador with glasses? I don't know. That whole librarian thing is, people used to call me a librarian, but not because I was hot. They just thought I could not possibly be a comic, and they thought I was a librarian. And I wasn't even wearing glasses back then. But you know what? Why do I have that memory? I don't know, because I thought it was weird. It didn't hurt me. Like, to be called a librarian, I would be like, oh, I like to read books. That's a compliment. Like, librarians to me are heroes. Librarians are like the safe person to go to whenever you need help with a paper. You go to the librarian. Anyway, I'm so stiff. Keep up in shape, you guys, because it goes fast. Pob says, finally someone is addressing the problem too many of us face every day. Ha ha, Pob. And Bob Rooney 21 says, the importance of never really being important. LOL. What do you guys think? Are you hot? Are you one of those people who are like, I just wish they liked me for my brains and not my hotness? If you are, congratulations. Put your comments below because I want to hear from you. This is our 53rd episode, 53 times. You've sat through this, hopefully. Or maybe you just stumbled upon it. Please like and subscribe. and put in some comments. Did you ever see a couple? That kind of freaks me out. Not freaks me out, that's the wrong word. When I see a couple, like one is hot, like usually it's when I see a guy who's hotter than the wife of the guy, I know that sounds, hear me out. When I see a guy who looks way hotter than the gal, there's something weird going on. Sorry. That's just my thing. Why? Why, Jen? Just because I get it if the woman is hotter than the guy and the guy's like old, because we know the situation there. But when the guy is hotter than the woman, maybe he's blind. No, this is so dumb. No, I don't know. When the guy is hotter than the woman, I'm trying to think, have I ever met a guy who's hotter than his wife? I have. And usually, sorry, they're gay. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't